Hey guys, how you doing? Michael Cherokee here, your preventive specialist. I want to appreciate you, joining in today and watching this video. I just kind of want to talk about a subject today about eating to live versus eating to survive. So, for those of you who are just now watching my video for the first time, I'm a health and fitness expert. I've been in the industry for about 20 years. For 14 years of that, I've been not only training clients, but I've also been training trainers. I train other leading experts in fitness, clients, trainers in the field and industry. So it's something that I do. I help educate trainers on how to build their business as well. So I take it a step further than most. But today I want to talk about eating to live versus eating to survive. So a common issue that comes up while I'm here, at work, or if I'm at I got members approaching me, I got clients that I'm recruiting for the first time, or potential clients. A topic that comes up is how they're eating, okay? A lot of times people are eating to survive. They're not eating to live. What I mean by that is, some people, they try to get on a better eating, strategy. So they start cutting their portions down. They're eating small yogurt meals. They're eating, like little handfuls of nuts, or if they have lunch, it's just a salad only. And they're starving, okay? Even if they've even told me, I was like, why did you start eating this way? Well, the doctor says I need to start eating low carb, maybe I need to look into ketos. So the doctor is the same one that's put them on the medications they got, but 5 and 10 years later, they're still on their medications, and it's how's that working out for you? It's like, well, he says, if I lose some weight, have you lost any weight? No, I haven't lost any weight. Let me give you a rundown based off of what most people, when they join the gym for the first time, are doing when they're working out. So they start off by working out for about 2, maybe 3 days a week, and then when the weight's still not coming off and they still don't see the results they want, and they go to 5 days a week. Let's take a fitness competitor, okay, for example, or a seasoned type of athlete that's in the gym regularly, that throughout the year they will eat considerably healthy, but when they want to lose weight, 20, 30, 40 pounds, they can do it in 8, 12 to 16 weeks, guaranteed every time. Although they're working out, let's say 5 days a week, okay? First, you have individual that's overweight, they're coming into the gym for the first time, okay, versus the average fitness competitor, just somebody who's coming into the gym, they're shapely, okay? Okay, so they got the classic 6-pack, nice chest. Okay, so this person right here is guaranteed 20 to 40 pounds in their time frame. Why? Now, they're probably eating, for example, periodically throughout the day. They're eating fresh product. They don't skip a beat, okay, because they know what they have to do, because they're going to come to the gym and they're going to work their butts off. They're going to train super hard, and they know that they want to help burn those calories. Well, let's take, for example, somebody just getting into the gym, or individuals that, that think they can just work out and still eat any way that they want, okay? Or they're doing these low-calorie meals like yogurts, nuts, cheese snacks, salads, protein bars, they're only eating 1, maybe 2 meals a day, and maybe they lose 6 pounds in about 3 to 4 months, okay? They also sometimes say, well, I'm not losing any more weight, but I'm definitely losing inches, okay? Well, meanwhile, this person is down 20 to 40 pounds in 3 to 4 months. Doing the periodical eating, they're eating fresh product, fresh meats, fresh vegetables, fresh carbohydrates, and they're dropping the weight. But they're doing it periodically throughout the day, every 3 hours, every 3 to 4, sometimes every 2 to 3. It depends on the individual and their program and what works for their body. What makes an individual such as this think that they can come to the gym and increase it 30 more minutes on the treadmill, hour on the treadmill, maybe do a few things on the machines, and then not change their diet, or just eat these small, low calorie, high calorie, but small portion meals like the yogurts and apps, the popcorns and, the protein bars, but not eat periodically too. What makes these individuals and yourself, if you are one of these people that think they could just exercise and work out for months on end thinking you're doing something when you haven't seen the scale move, and you're doing that 5 days a week, what makes you think you're any different than this individual? Why? Because they're already in shape, because of genetics, because they have a high metabolism? It's not genetics. Genetics is based on how your body's shape is after you tone down and lose weight. Okay? Anybody can get your metabolism to a point where you are metabolizing foods and you're burning fat at a higher rate, but you yourself has to get there. Once you get that there and you're eating, for example, periodically throughout the day, you're eating fresh product, okay, you're increasing your metabolism, you're eating to live, so you're eating enough calories, versus this person who's eating to survive. They're just not eating enough food. And now they weren't eating enough food to begin with before they started working out, and now they're incorporating working out with that, and they're still not losing weight. Now they're burning more calories because they're not only were they starving to begin with, but they're in a super calorie deficit because they're not eating periodically throughout the day, or now they're not taking in enough calories to incorporate a workout program. So what happens? Are they coming off their meds? No. They're still on blood pressure, for example, diabetes, cholesterol. They're not coming off their meds because they're not losing weight. They're still not eating frequently enough throughout the day. Okay? I'll give you another example. So you're no different than this person. There is a one-size-fits-all, but these are guaranteed to lose weight. Why? Because they're eating periodically throughout the day. They're eating fresh meats, fresh carbohydrates. You are no different from this person. This person is just staying with it. If you've allowed yourself, or not necessarily allow, but if you have not gotten the education early enough, over years this can happen. You gain the weight, and let me give you an example of how that works. Again, to eat to live. You all know, if you have children, if you don't, babies. How do babies eat? They eat every 2 to 3 hours, right? Yes. And if you're not doing that, a doctor will tell you to do that. Every 2 to 3 hours, a baby or an infant is eating. Typically, kids will eat like that until they get out of high school. Sometimes, and this is just gender-based, sometimes females, they start eating or start skipping the meals in high school. They skip breakfast, they don't eat school's lunch. There's a lot of peer pressure involved with that. But typically the norm was that most children would eat periodically throughout the day, but now not necessarily the case, especially in certain states where childhood obesity is on the rise. But typically a child will eat every 2 to 3 hours because that's how, as an infant, they were programmed to eat. Eat every 2 to 3 hours. They do that through high school, they do breakfast, they do lunch, they have a snack after school. Mom and dad fixes dinner, and then they're probably eating again before bedtime. And you wonder why you had so much energy when you did that. Typically, as children, they eat like that until they get out of high school. As adults, we get into the workforce, and then things change. Maybe it starts in college. We're skipping breakfast because we're getting up, with not enough time to consume breakfast. We wait hours on end until we finally get to lunch. We're getting takeout, or we're getting something that we don't. And then, then again, we're coming home, we're eating dinner. Some people, they don't stop there, they eat dinner, they might get some snacks after dinner, they're constantly eating. So you're eating some of the largest food portions before you go to bed at night. And over the years, it's not overnight, it's not over the course of a few months, it's over the years, you steadily start to increase your weight. What you're doing is, you're not exercising, your metabolism's dropping down, your body is in a survival mode, so it stores everything that you eat as fat because it doesn't know when you're going to eat again. You don't have a program, okay? So then 5-10 years later, as the adult, you start getting close to 30, you're maybe younger than that. You've put on 20, 30, 50, maybe 100 pounds, okay? That is because as adults, we have stopped our program of eating periodically throughout the day. That's where you start developing things like high blood pressure, diabetes. If that stuff is in your family, yes, chances are you're going to get it. But you can break the cycle, okay? You can break the cycle by eating periodically throughout the day. You can get education and knowledge to know that you also have to be in an exercise program. Your body is required to stay moving. So to eat to live, we need fresh product. That includes fresh produce and fresh meats. Breakfast should be consumed within an hour of wake up. You know, we fasted all night while we were sleeping. We're definitely on empty. For those of you who say, I can't eat in the morning, I get sick in the morning, guys, this is where your brain has totally gone in a whole nother direction. But if I told this person had told me they get sick in the mornings and eat, but sometimes when they go on vacation and I ask them where do you go, they go, you know, like places like Denny's or IHOP or you know, then they're sitting down, they're having pancakes. Well, that's vacation, that's different. No, it's not. Okay? Find things that you like to eat, and there are ways to modify it to get it to be a little bit healthier. That way, every meal you're consuming a protein and a carb. Okay? Typically, if you're eating periodically throughout the day, there is a balance that you can do. This is called eating to live. Every meal, protein, carb, you need both. Okay? You need fats. There's other things like fiber that you need out there, but if you're eating the correct foods, you know, throughout the day, you're giving yourself some variety. This is eating to live. What happens when you eat periodically throughout the day? You know, 4, 5, maybe 6 meals throughout the day. Okay? You're eating protein and carbs. You know, how much are you supposed to eat? You want to make sure that you're eating enough food. Start weighing your foods. Start finding ways to track every day what you're doing so that you know you're not only getting enough calories, but you're not exceeding your calorie intake in order to get on, you know, a better, healthier lifestyle, okay? Also, what happens when I put clients and everyone out there, such as members, and I make these suggestions, they're coming off their medications. You want to come off your medications, start eating periodically throughout the day. Why? Your body starts regulating its own blood sugar levels. You know, a lot of these diabetics come in here and say, my doctor says to stay away from carbs. Well, that's because you're not working out. They're trying to get weight off of you. Okay, but you can't do a low carb forever. For a lot of the low carb diets out there, I'm not mentioning any names, but getting on those programs and then you're introducing a workout program, you need carbs in order to boost your metabolism. You need carbs to replace the glycogen storage, okay? If someone's telling you that if as long as you do low carb or no carb at all, you eat your greens, you eat your proteins, your body will convert to an energy storage burning your fat storage. Well, let's think about that. Your fat storage has built up toxins over time. What kind of clean energy are you going to burn with fat storage? You're not. It's not going to be good energy. You're going to be tired. You're not going to feel good. You might even get headaches and joint problems, and you know you're going to be starving all the time, or you always might get some increased sugar cravings. Now let's burn fresh produce, fresh carbohydrates as energy. Wow, that's an energy. But when you're burning that kind of energy, you're also burning fat. The body starts receiving enough food because now you're eating to not only survive, but you're eating to live. So you're getting enough calories for survival. You're also getting enough calories to increase your energy levels, to repair muscles, to help injuries repair faster. Your hair, your skin, everything grows at a faster rate when you're taking in enough food. You also start coming off your blood pressure medication. Your blood pressure is regulated when you eat periodically throughout the day. You know, there's cancer is on the rise right now, but everyone's starting to blame it on past family. But there's new family members that are getting cancer where it wasn't in the past. So people are starting to blame the foods that we're eating today. But there hasn't been any scientific fact right at this point that it is based on the foods. One thing is prevalent when it comes to cancer. And by the way, any healthy individual can get cancer. And you know, I've got cancer in my family. My dad's got cancer. He's got lung cancer. I've had an aunt pass away to cervical cancer. So cancer is out there, but the one thing that's common in these patients and these people who are getting cancer is an acidic environment. Cancer thrives in an acidic environment. An acidic environment in our bodies can be created from stress. Not just stress, but there's other factors that pay into that. But one common denominator a lot of times is, yeah, it is stress. Cortisol being released in the body, but from stress not only outside but internally. And internal stress is where you're not eating enough food, you know, where you're starving yourself all day long, you know, you're pushing yourself all day at work, you know, and you're not eating enough, you're not drinking enough clean water. Yes, or maybe you are eating more processed foods. The common denominator in today's society is not necessarily the steroids in the foods that are out there, but there are a lot more processed foods. Processed foods are low nutrient, high calorie, sometimes small portion foods, others might be large portion foods that people are taking into their bodies on a regular basis instead of what it used to be, an emergency type thing. They're not eating to live, they're eating to survive. People are getting away from cooking fresh product, fresh proteins, fresh meats, fresh produce, vegetables, and by the way, vegetables are not just greens, they're also baked potatoes, rices or grains. Everything is essential in your body, and there is a way to eat these foods periodically throughout the day. And no, you will not gain weight. Your body's metabolism will raise. You will actually start to lose weight if you have weight to lose if you're eating fresh product, okay? Learn how to weigh your foods, how much portions you're supposed to be taking in on a day-to-day basis. Learn how much calories, and learn how to track your foods. That is so important. I mean, we get multiple cars throughout our lives, and some people take better care of their cars than they do their own bodies. But newsflash, we only get one body in our lives. Why not take care of it? Start learning. Get with a preventive specialist like myself, or get with a health and fitness expert. But guys, I'm definitely here to help you. I love helping you. I can educate you on how to come off your medications with doctor's permission, of course. And by the way, it's not your doctor's fault. They don't understand the differences between, well, they do understand healthcare, but it's not health and fitness. Health and fitness is hugely different. Doctors don't always know everything. They don't know about nutrition. They don't know about exercise programs. They don't know truly how to get you off your meds. They only know how to treat your ailments with medications. It's actually what they went to school for. Nothing against doctors. They have a purpose in this life. Nothing against them, so I'm not bad-mouthing them. But guys, it is two different realms between healthcare and health and fitness. Guys, health and fitness is about living longer, stronger, no medications, things like that. So I'm here to help you guys. Like and subscribe, comment below if you got any questions. I'd love to help. But guys, let's start eating to live. Let's eat 4 to 5, 6 times a day. Let's eat protein and carbs with every meals. Okay. Now there are other programs out there where if you're doing 5 to 6 meals, you might not need that carb late in the evening, but that's based off of your program and when your workout regimen is. Guys, Michael Cherokee here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you again real soon.